Alright, so this is crazy. I can't believe I have not covered this one yet. Also, sorry, I'm moving my chair. But covering Reincarnation Colosseum, I can't believe I have not done a video on it yet. Especially since it's like, it's one of... Alright, it's a very entertaining isekai story that is very much focused on fan service and is very anti-focused. Ow. But basically a guy gets summoned to a new world and they're like, oh, you have lame skill that is basically copy other skill, but when you copy other skill, it's basically like levels below that skill that you copied, so it's crap. You're crap. So you're gonna go to you're gonna become a slave and go to the Coliseum because you're crap. And basically, well, this is off a plot. In the Coliseum, they usually match up men against women, and then whoever loses becomes a slave. But if you're a man and you become a slave, you get gendered into a woman, and then the woman that you lost to grows a dick and fucks you. There we go. End of the story. That's all that is about. Actually, I'll tell you, it is actually it's a pretty decent story, actually. Yes, it is, ecchi, and well, it's a little more than ecchi. There is sex scenes, and crazy stuff happens. But since our main guy is a gamer and he's good at maximizing terrible builds, he learns how to use his power to its fullest. And so he spends his time fighting girls, and then once he beats them, it's required that you spend at least a day locked in a room with them, and you have to take a aphrodisiac. Yes, but trust me, this is actually really good. There's one moment in it where he's teamed up with one of his slave girls, and they have to fight another guy. And I gotta say, it is that fight scene is like really good. And this, you gotta remember, this is basically like a hentai. But they have freaking panels like this where it's like, am I watching like or am I reading like a shonen, or like is it some battle shonen? What's going on? And basically he has a lot of people to deal with. He has the head of the arena, Desmos. Oh man, she's so hot. She's a giant lady, and she's got giant tits. She's got a bunch of scars on her. Man, she is hot. I'm like the creepy merchant guy who's into her, dude. I just want Desmos. She's beautiful. Also, Meryl Barak. Tomboy with muscles. Although I will say I did have a problem with a lot of the girls, especially mostly the first three he fights, Meryl, and then Mary, and then the lolly girl. They're kind of trash. Meryl's messed up, man. Before she became his slave, man, she was those poor guys that got gender bent. She treated them like crap. She used them as punching bags. Is really messed up. So it's like, I don't know. She's really hot, but goddamn, that was fucked up. But I guess he did, our main boy. He did teach her a lesson in the arena. So I do wonder what happens to the slaves that are underneath, the women, right? Those poor, they used to be guys, right? So What's gonna happen to them? It's sad. It's kind of weird though, because like, besides like the beginning where the women at the beginning they kind of show off their slaves and stuff, but after that there's like no more like slaves that like really pop up, and then there's only 2 people that are like gender, but there's Fine, who was one of the girls that Fine was a man. Also, Fine is funny because she's a geek like our boy, and so they geek out together, and they actually become close friends. It's kind of funny. And then in the recent chapter, they they beat up a brother and a sister, and the poor brother, since they lost, they got the brother. Oh, this manga is just crazy. I don't. Is it more horny than the defeating demons through sex? You know, well, the thing about this is only horny after the battles. Otherwise, it's more ecchi during the battles, and more focused on the fighting and learning how to defeat, your opponent. Which, to be honest, surprisingly, it's actually really, really interesting seeing our main character come up with ways to defeat his opponents. You know what? It actually kind of reminds me of, Harem in the Dungeon Another World. That's kind of what it's like, because it's just like, okay, action, world building, and then sex. That's basically how it is. But man, like each battle, he just keeps getting a new girl. I still feel bad for the Asian girl. Oh god, she basically has a leash on her the whole time. And she only got in the arena because is it her master asked her to join him, and then they lost, and so as collateral, she became enslaved to the main guy. And actually, I will say, there is another girl that it was also isekai too, that is also his slave. Also, she hates lollies, which is funny. She also has an eye patch, but she is from E-Earth, like the main guy. But man, I do like how after every battle it's just constantly the girl's like, "Yay, welcome back." Yeah, if you want a fun, horny isekai with actually decent fights and then sex, you should go and read this. It's a pretty it's pretty funny. Also, if you're never mind, I'm not gonna say anything. Dude, also by the way, since I do figure videos, there is a Meryl Bark figure that's coming out. I cannot wait to get it. And it's actually based off a pose in the manga. And dude, I can't wait to get it. It's being made by Nocturne. It's gonna be so cool when it comes out. I do wonder if it's gonna be cast off or not. But I cannot wait to get it. Because I only have one muscle figure, and that's Mirko. But anyway, go read this comedic horny isekai.
I am not gay.